Once upon a time there was a little village near a wonderful lake, where there was an old king who could have everything he wanted, and his kingdom didn't want anything. The king was a widower. His wife had died while giving life to their son, but over the years the son had become more and more spiteful. The young man did not look forward to inheriting his father's kingdom. The king was very disappointed with his son, and he was worried about what would happen to his kingdom when he was going to die. So he decided to ask his closest advisors to take care of his son after his death. When the king died, his son started to rule the kingdom. He introduced new laws, all of them in his favor, and the worst of those laws concerned water. In fact, whoever wanted to use the water from the lake had to pay a fee to the new king. It was already spring, and 3 months had passed since the king's death. The prince was spending a lot of money to amuse himself, and doing so, he had almost spent all the money he had. The life in the town was getting harder and harder. Many people got ill due to the lack of water. And another thing was happening. The lake was getting dry, a very unusual thing for that season. Just a few peasants, the ones who had their fields near the lake, could still work their lands. One day, while the king was having a swim in the lake, a lot of fish surrounded him, and after a couple of seconds he saw the sky getting dark and started to hear a voice. "Dear son, it's your father speaking. Your mother and I are absolutely furious with you because of your behavior. If you don't help the poor people, you will lose everything you have. You will make the people run away from you. The lake will disappear and no one will be there to help you." The young man could not believe in what was happening, but he found the courage to reply. "But how can I help them without spending money? I don't want to give them any money," asked the young man. "Dear son, money doesn't make you happy. It's people that make you happy. Why don't you understand that? Try being alone for a while, just with your money. Maybe you will understand what it means. But don't forget what I've just told you. If you don't help people, you will remain alone." Confused, the young king went home and did as his father had advised him. He sent all the people out of his room and put a box of money in front of him. After he had spent some hours fixing the money, he started to feel bored. At that point, he understood money didn't make him feel happy. From that day the king changed and removed all the laws which were unfair. And after a long night of rain, the lake filled up, becoming more beautiful than it had ever been. He was loved by the people and felt really happy. That was happiness, seeing others happy.